Good day, everyone. Tim from Timber Visions here, and today I'm going to have to do a voiceover because my audio did not record while I was doing this. So basically, I've started a project here the previous day. It was towards the end of the day, and I didn't have time to get video of it. It was getting dark out and everything. But this is the base for a bucking table. And I bought all these 2x6s at my local Menards. All of the legs, I already had those posts from my vertical log splitter build. So I don't have a whole lot of money into this. And then later, after I get some supports put on here, I'm going to take it over to the wood lot. And I had milled up some 4x4s to put along the top. So right now I'm just explaining all of that and showing the braces here that I'm going to put front to back on all three of these legs. I'll put two from the top to the bottom, front to back, and then from the back to the front, top to bottom. So that's all that's being explained here basically. So in this clip, I'm just cutting the cross braces. This is some ash that I milled up, and I just need 6 of those to do that. Okay, in this clip here, I'm attaching the first brace, kind of showing how I'm going to do it. Basically putting 2 screws in the top and 2 screws in the bottom, and it'll be angled this direction, and then on the other side of the 4x4 I will do the same, but it'll be the opposite. So the high end will be in the front and low end will be in the back. Okay, so here it is with all 6 cross braces put on. This has made it really sturdy front to back. Side to side, it seems pretty good too. At this point, I don't feel that I need to add any bracing from left to right. Yeah, it's sturdy. And now we're to the point where I feel we can take it over and get some 4x4s put on. Here I'm explaining that I laid out a storyboard on each side. So every 16 inches in the center of those 2 X's, that's where I'll have the cutting portion. And where each of those X marks is where a 4x4 is going to go. But you'll see more of that later. Okay, now we're over at the wood lot, and I'm pre-drilling for these because they are 5/16 diameter and 4-inch long, like heavy lag screw or construction screws. So I'm pre-drilling my 4x4s at an angle here, so I don't crack up the wood and stuff. Now it's time to start putting some screws in here. These have been pre-drilled. I did the first one off camera because the guy came by to chat with me, so I shut the camera off. But yeah, basically I want the hardware on the side where the chainsaw bar is not going to be. So the next 4x4 will go 2 inches away from the one that I'm screwing right now. And then I'll screw that one from the opposite side, so there's no metal where the chainsaw is going to cut. I hope that makes sense. It'll make more sense here in a bit. So here is just a time lapse of me putting the remainder of the 4x4s on, pre-drilling each time, and I put a screw in the front, back, and middle, and always on the outside of the cut here. So didn't take too long. Some of this wood is a little harder, like I'm doing right now. It's Kentucky coffee tree, and takes a little bit more to drill into, but I think it'll just make it a little bit more sturdy as time goes on. Okay, so now I'm kind of giving a closer view. You can see that between these is 16 inches. Well, it's actually 15 inches from there to the edge of the next 4x4. Then there's a 2-inch gap, then another 15 inches, 2-inch gap. Oh, I hope that makes sense. So I'm always cutting 16 inches center in between these. And then I have good support with a 4x4 on each side. That way the rounds don't fall through. My good friend Jeff from UP Outdoors, we spoke about this before I did this build, and he used 2x4s, and he felt that a 4x4 would be better because sometimes the smaller rounds will want to drop down in between, which makes sense. This gives a lot of meat for those rounds to sit upon. Now, of course, I'm going to have to put something to kind of stop the logs, and I'll discuss that a little bit in the next section where the audio actually worked. All right, so I have it placed here for now. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that the old vertical splitter stand used to sit here. That's where all these 4x4s for the legs came from. I dismantled that, didn't need it anymore, so this will put those 4x4s to use. They're green treated, and I also burnt the bottoms for ground contact. I didn't mention this before, but all these little cross bracings are ash, green ash that I milled up when I first got my woodland mills. They've been air drying all summer, so time to put them to use. Some are rather sun bleached, but that's fine because they're gonna be sitting in the sun out here. So this is gonna be the side that I cut from. I might end up having to block up a little bit in the back here, get things all level, which is no problem because I can lift it quite easily with the Coyote anyway. And then the idea is to be able to load logs from the back side here. Eventually I want to kind of have a log pile that I can pull off of instead of just having a jumbled mess like this. But first I got to get through all of this, and this bucking table will aid in doing so, because you can see a lot of shorter logs, but they're not short enough to split into firewood. I'll get these all thrown up here and get them cut up, get them split, and put them into bags so I can start drying. Majority of this right here in front of us is bur oak. There's a little bit of ash mixed in, and then as you get back, it's kind of ash. There's a cherry log in there also, and some maple and things like that. And then of course I will just, as I'm sorting through, there's crotchy stuff like that. It'll go out to the tree dump. But this will be this is a good step on getting to the point where we can get all this cleaned up and then convert over to having nice, neatly organized logs in pile somewhere here. I don't know, maybe against the back of this tree or whatever. I can just grapple or fork, put it on here, buck it up, split it up, and send it out. So thank you for the inspiration from Jeff at UP Outdoors. I'll put a link to his channel in the description of this video. He has been a great supporter of my channel for quite a while now. I appreciate you, Jeff. And if this is something that interests you, consider being a subscriber like Jeff and following my videos. And you too can give me great ideas like this that I can implement into my system. This is a two-way street, brothers and sisters. This is a two-way street. You guys help me as much as I help you. I want to thank all of you for stopping in and watching this video today. I appreciate each and every one of you. I should probably say this earlier in the video, but I kind of want to save it for the people who stick to the end, you know. I do appreciate you because you're the ones who stick all the way to the end of the video. So, like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. And until next time, be safe, brothers and sisters.